Howdy everyone, this is Smerls for Smerls Custom Computers and Smerls YouTube channel, and this is a review of the TTX Tech Classic Controller for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Now, why would somebody want this? I'll tell you why. What if you just all of a sudden find out that your classic controller, your Nintendo controller stops working? Or if you've got a clone system and your controller stops working? Or you've got a clone system and you want to have the original feel of a NES without having to actually buy the machine, because clones are, as we all know, generally cheaper than finding an original NES system. Well, if you're looking for something that's cheap yet affordable and works, this is the route to go. I haven't actually been able to find anything on TTX as of right now, but I'll keep looking, and if I find anything else or a website, I'll send you to there. I'll put a link down in the description below. Now, this being a clone controller, I was a little skeptical because, as we all know, clone stuff usually doesn't work all that well. But I would have to say that this controller, being a clone controller, is about as close and as accurate as you can get. Now, the box is pretty much nondescript. You know, you've got your basic nomenclature here. You've got a bunch of pictures and descriptions of what the thing is. The bottom is basically one of those slot type deals, and the box really didn't come with anything but the controller, and it's pretty much Spartan in there. You wouldn't be able to hold a bunch in there. So, since we're not reviewing the box, let's get rid of it. Now, as far as the controller goes, I'd have to say that for authentic feel, this is the closest I've been able to find. The buttons are all nice and responsive. Start and select are pretty firm, although I do have to point out these are not rubber. They are plastic, but the button mechanism underneath, which is a rubber pad, does give a satisfying click feel. You know, it's not real clicky like some of the clone controllers do tend to be, but I do have to say that this is by far a lot better than some of the systems I have seen. Now, the D-pad is a little mushy and is a bit more mushy now that I have actually modified this, because when I originally got this controller, the D-pad, when you would press left or right, would press up no matter which part of the controller you were holding for the D-pad. So I decided, you know, I was really ticked off about this, and I was about ready to just chuck the damn thing. But I decided, you know what, benefit of the doubt, let's check the D-pad. Maybe there's some dirt or something that got in there that's, you know, just pressing the button a little easier. And I found something out that was very, very surprising. The D-pad, actually under each one of these ends here, has a little piece that pushes down on the rubber, and then in the center there's a ball which gives it pretty much free range of control. Well, on the up button part, there was a little piece of flange left over from when they milled the plastic, and it was pushing down on the button no matter where you pushed. So I went and took a cheap little, I took it apart via the 6 screws back here, and via just a little cheap fingernail file, filed off that flange, and even went around and, you know, made these all nice and the same level and everything, so everything would press down just nice. And I honestly have to say I was very pleasantly surprised. The actual controllability of the D-pad improved when I cleaned up the flanges. Now, this isn't going to be indicative of each model, and each one is going to be a little different, and, you know, manufacturing processes aren't exact. But I do have to say that if you end up having that same problem, take it apart. It takes a little small screwdriver. I don't have them right now, have it with me right now, but one of those little ones you use for watches and stuff like that. It's a cross tip underneath there. It works okay, and you pull it apart. You file that down with a regular nail file. You can find them on, you know, fingernail clippers, stuff like that, or ask your mom or your aunt or whatever family member might have it. And file that down. You will actually be very pleasantly surprised at that. And this works for all clone controllers. I had another clone controller for the Super NES for PC, that USB one that I reviewed last time, and it actually helped in that same issue. So after getting that out of the way, does this feel like a NES controller? Does this work for you? I would honestly have to say that I would definitely recommend this product after taking this little bit of a time. And you know, even after taking a little bit of time, it does still work. It is still very, very, I would have to say it would be perfect to buy. If you're looking to replace a NES controller that's broken, it's irreparable, go ahead. This comes with a really nice 6-foot cord, and it is compatible with almost all NES consoles and clone consoles that have the NES plug. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, Smerals Custom Computers gives the TTX Tech Classic Controller for the Nintendo Entertainment System a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching, and please remember to subscribe and comment.